All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is April 26th. We got a few MLB picks coming your way. Just a couple more vacation videos, and then we'll get back to the regular scheduled programming where we go through each and every game on the slate. But today, I got 3 picks coming your way. We got 2 player props as well as a money line play that I'm excited to get into. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well. In terms of yesterday, pretty decent night. We go 2-1. The Brewers come back and win it for us, as well as the Phillies kind of crushing in the first 5 there. Mitch Keller, bad look there, but I guess we kind of pegged that game correctly overall anyways. We needed all 9 innings for the Brewers. I think they scored 2 in the 8th and then 1 in the 9th. We just thought that they'd get to Keller earlier, which they did not. But again, can't cry over a 2-1 night. We can't cry over an NBA night, but we'll talk about that in the NBA video. But nonetheless, guys, 3 picks coming your way. Like I said, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let's get rocking and rolling here. First pick is going to be Zach Eflin over 5.5 strikeouts. This is a plus 116 play over on FanDuel. That's by far and away the best value in the market right now. I've seen this at like minus 105 on some books. I think BetMGM had it at minus 110. So the fact that we're getting plus money over on FanDuel is great. I like this play even if you can't get plus money on your book, but obviously we want to shop around and get the best odds here. So why do I like it? We'll start with Eflin side of things. So this season, he's only hit this once, and it was his last start, but in every start prior to, he's had 5 strikeouts, and he's been pitching, 5 innings, 5 2/3, 6 innings, and his last 2 starts, 6 1/3, and then 6 innings pitched. So he's starting to get a little bit more consistent in terms of his depth into the game, and his CSW here, 33% and 36% in terms of his called strikes and his strike swinging percentages. Both of those starting to ramp up as well, which is kind of coming at a great time going up against a Chicago team in which plenty of these guys strike out a lot more against right-handed pitchers. And what I like, again, is his depth into the game. And this White Sox team, 7 straight righties. Yes, you heard that right. 7 straight righties have had at least 6 strikeouts on them in terms of starting pitching. So it's kind of a recipe for success here. As long as he doesn't get got, which he shouldn't by this White Sox offense, he should be in the game long enough to hit 6 Ks. Do I think he's going to go out there and shove and deal for 9 or 10? Probably not, but we're looking for 6, and then we can go, we'll take our plus money. This is a White Sox team that's ranked 23rd in terms of strikeouts against righties when they are at home, which that is the case today as well. So hopefully Eflin can start putting guys away. We're going to need his sinker to be on in terms of getting those called strikes because he's not the biggest fan type of a pitcher. Sure, he'll get a couple of those, but like I said, in terms of his CSW, it's going to be like a 50-50 called strike and swinging strike rate. So hoping that he has his accuracy on point today because if he doesn't, obviously going to be hard to do this, but for plus 116, I can't hate on it whatsoever. All these plays are going to be half-unit plays, and I'll put them in the pinned comment, but make sure you guys keep an eye on the pinned comment in case, we're on vacation, have a couple drinks, doing some research, and we add a play. We'll put it down there, but as of right now, these are the only 3 plays that we like on the board. Play number 2 here is going to be Gabriel Arias, over 0.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. He's done this in, I believe, 9 straight games here, averaging 2.2 hits, runs, and RBIs, which obviously we love to see. And the cool thing about this is that he doesn't need to get a hit. He doesn't need an RBI. Like, he could walk, get on base, and someone brings him home. Going up against a left-handed pitcher today in Chris Sale, which obviously Chris Sale's having a decent year, right? Decent year, but against right-handed batters, this is where he's struggled a little bit. His batting average jumps, his ERA jumps, his WOBA jumps as well. And then Gabriel Arias, on the other hand, though we have a small sample size, only 52 plate appearances on the season, 12 of those plate appearances against a left-handed pitcher, he's batting 500 with a 274 WRC plus. So hoping he can get on base today and come in and score for us. But even if he just gets a hit, right, like we're cooking. This is a nice little do anything for us and just get one of those stats and we cash. So we're looking at a guy that's trending. I think on the season, he's only missed this in 2 games on the season. He hasn't had at least a stat recorded of a hit, run, or RBI. So Gabriel Arias over 0.5 hits, runs, and RBIs is going to be play number 2 here. That's minus 145 over on ESPN. That's by far and away the best value. If you can only get this at like minus 155 or something like that, maybe minus 150 as where I'd play it. But obviously that's still paying a lot of juice. So if you can't get it at minus 145, maybe this is one where you kind of look at his total bases or something like that, which would kind of strip out obviously the runs and RBIs, but you're really just looking for him to get a hit. But I don't think you should be paying, minus 150 and beyond. I'm glad we got this where we did at minus 145. All right, moving on to the last play here. Before we do, guys, I do want to shout out Fade Me. We'll put a link in the pinned comment as well. Got tons of gear over there. It's the merch that we have on the channel. We've even designed and launched some new stuff that comes out May 10th. It launches May 10th, new Gambler collection. So make sure to go check that out, fademe.store. That link will be in the pinned comment as well, but if you want to support what we're doing here and get some great merch at the same time, head over there, fademe.store. All right, let's jump into play number 3 here. I feel like I'm rattling through these, but you know what? Efficiency. We're looking at a simple one here. Orioles on the run line, minus 1.5 as they take on Oakland here. This should be a spot in which the Orioles continue to do what they've been doing. In terms of head-to-head, they've absolutely dominated this matchup, which, what is that to say, right? Dating back to last year, the last 3 wins that they have against, or last 4 games they've won, last 3 that they had, they won by 5 runs, and 11 runs there. So I don't have any concern as to if the Orioles win this game, how many runs is it by? Because it seems like if they win, they're going to blow this team out. The kicker here is the fact that we're getting, minus 116 on FanDuel for a spot in which we're looking at Corbin Burnes on the mound against Ross Stripling. Corbin Burnes this year is having a decent year, right? Through 5 starts, he's got a 1.8 ERA. His whip's looking good as well. Going up against Ross Stripling, who has a near 4 ERA, only striking out about 4 guys per game, allowing nearly 8 hits per game. So if the Orioles get on base and they bring guys home, this should be, I'm jinxing it, but this should be a cash in which the Orioles are up by, 2 runs for the majority of the game here. Again, Corbin Burnes, their new ace on the mound, with an offense that is kind of rocking and rolling. Runs for this season, Orioles averaging 6 runs for, in terms of how much they're scoring per game. And you have Oakland sitting at 2.4. 2.4 runs against nearly 6 runs scored. So I envision this being like a, I guess you could say a 4-2 at the bare minimum type of a game here. But I don't really see Oakland even touching, 4 runs whatsoever. So if the Orioles can keep doing what they've been doing and score 6 runs, then even if both teams play to their absolute, or one team plays to their ceiling and the Orioles play to their floor, this should be one in which we take a peek at it and it cashes. So again, minus 116 odds over on FanDuel. I do believe that is, I'll try and get the most updated line here. I do believe that that's the most updated line we have anyways. Orioles minus 116 over on FanDuel. So compared to minus 135 BetMGM, minus 130 Caesars, minus 135 DraftKings, minus 125 ESPN, and then minus 130 Fanatics are the books I'm looking at here. I'd still play it at minus 130. I think that this is a good spot here. But just like I said with Brunson yesterday, if you watch the NBA video, I was like, it's going to be able to insert sort of clip of Brunson going for 1,000,000 points. When I was like, hey, I think he's going to go under. But nonetheless, guys, that is going to wrap for today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. I know these videos are a lot different when we're on vacation, but I'd rather get the videos out and still get what I'm rolling with, and kind of keep this thing chugging along versus saying, hey, we can't do our normal videos, so let's take a week off. Not built like that. We're built different over here. So I'm glad you guys appreciate that. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one, right? Peace out.